And now, here's Fred Anson, General Manager of TriMet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your applause. I hope you still applause when I'm done with this speech here today. Before I start off, I'd like to give you a little background of where I come from with serving in the past to help you understand better my goals for the future. People ask me why I got involved with TriMet when I worked with Clinton and Gore on the EPA, and what does that have to do with mass transit? Anyway, this time I'd like to address to you the economic recession problems we have in our budget reductions, along with the federal stimulus package dollars that are expected to help and what they don't help. Yesterday at TriMet board briefing, I outlined a number of works that was ahead of us the next year. We're cutting the fiscal year 10 budget by about $13.5 million, which accounts for about 5% of across the board cut due to the worsening economic recession. You know, we're not immune to what's happening in the workplace. We've already made about $4 million in cuts in the current budget, but you know, this deep recession is requiring additional reductions. Yeah, I've asked the leadership team to assess the need for cuts beyond the 5% by planning a contingency budget if the economy worsens. While having to make hard budget decisions, you know, we also are in line to receive money from the federal stimulus package. And as some of you have already seen in the news, the federal stimulus package has generated a substantial discussion about whether the federal government should help state and local governments to preserve services. While the debate has been focused around education, the approach Congress has taken to not fund operations also applies to transit. And that means the anticipated $60 million of the $127 million worth of projects we expected to get from the stimulus package must be spent on infrastructure, capital projects, and the creation of new jobs. And these dollars can offset some of the capital costs of projects, including installations of switch heaters for the MAX line, adding another track at Willow Creek, replacing the Merlo fuel and wash and the lift programs, and ordering new replacement buses. But unfortunately, we're forbidden from spending the stimulus money on operations. But those dollars still will be crucial in putting fellow Oregonians back to work. You know, in December, I shared with you, despite increases in passenger revenue and decreases in fuel costs, our fiscal restraints continue to be serious. And I call for immediate stop to capital spending, except in absolute necessities, and requested at the beginning of the FY10 budget, capital spending would be cut for 3 years by $11 million in one-time only cuts, and that bus purchases would be postponed beyond the current 40 ordered, with the first one having just arrived. And I've also requested overall reduction of 5%, as you know, in ongoing operating expenses, including service, for the FY10 budget. I know this doesn't come easy to say this, but our payroll tax revenue, which pays for about 55% of our operating costs, continues to look bleak. Yeah, last year we projected a 5% increase in the payroll tax, but today the increase has just been revised to about 2%, and if the unemployment levels continue to go up, even this will not be enough to close the budget gap. Although all of TriMet has been mandated to cut 5% in general funds, the impact of the cuts will be acutely visible to our riders in reduction of service. So I hope this news helps you understand a little more about what we're looking forward to in the future, and hope you can understand our situation with service reductions, though not easy to make, something that's necessary to do. That's all I have for my weekly speech here today to my fellow TriMet bus drivers, and I'll be talking to you next week and continuing about the budget reductions. This is Fred Hansen, and thanks for having me, and hope you understand more. Look forward to seeing you again, and have a good day.